sharing my shit. Yeah.
No, she's lying. Never mind.
No, I'm dead serious. Come on, I'm going to share. I want to talk about it.
You don't even know nothing about it.
I'm gonna learn some shit. Yeah.
She gonna learn as she go. Maleah, is it spelled Maleah? That's how you say it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If y'all hear a little...
I'm trying to find...
So, if y'all hear like a little passing some gas type little deal, don't mind that.
Here we go again,
live on the stream.
For real. So if y'all hear a little wind, y'all know it was Nicole.
I just like to break the ice before we get serious.
What did you name your stream? I need some ideas real quick.
Mine is GTA5 RoundTable Edition with the colon, the Maleah Davis case.
Mine is GTA5 RoundTable Talk, Justice for Maleah.
Mine is just Maleah Davis GTA5 Talk Show.
So,
Maleah Davis.
As long as it has like her name in it, it's fine.
Yeah. So people know what it's about.
Linda, really?
Why do you have a rebreather on, bro? Take that off.
We trying to look human now.
Yeah, it's not covered.
Sheesh.
Just a disclaimer to whomever is watching. Every time like we start, there's always jokes before we get serious. So disregard like the first few minutes of our stream.
It's kind of like the icebreaker.
Yeah.
Get us alright, we live.
Twin, you want to invite?
Is this better?
Yes. Thank you.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about sex. No.
Hey.
Can I just make a story and tell them that the show is up?
Alright.
Sure. Give me a second.
And then I'll just share it.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do that now. Let's see. Alright, I'm posting it now, and I'm gonna send it.
No, I'm not going to invite you. I'm sorry.
What's up, dummy? Alright, I just posted it. I just put, what did I put? GTA5 Roundtable Talk up now, linking up.
You won't be able to join anyway.
Oh, crap. I have a typo in there. It's supposed to be RN, not out bios.
Who?
Alright.
Invite.
I'll invite Amazing to your office.
The bear. Yeah, you're
Shut
right.
up,
That is his
Kiva.
name. I'm like, who's the bear?
Okay, sweetheart. Hold on.
I was like, who? You said the bear. Somebody has you blocked in here. You won't be able to join. I don't think you will want to anyways.
Okay,
Okay. Invite us in. I'll be right back.
Nigga, get off my stream, though.
Alright. I'm gonna redo the story.
King Kicks,
Because I
what
have
up?
a typo in there.
Drippy B, what up? Banks, what's good? Danico, Chino, what's going on, y'all? Thanks for
Like
tuning
you
in,
doing
bro.
entirely too
I
much.
just stumped my toe.
Ooh,
Yo,
Damn.
it
that
hurt.
feeling.
I'm glad I muted my mic because y'all would have heard me howling.
I'm like, oh.
It wasn't no oh.
Oh shit. What happened? She laughed?
Oh my god. I hope that boy ain't booting her again.
Ooh.
Bruh,
Ooh.
I feel y'all in while we not, I got y'all in.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I feel y'all. Yeah, I don't want to, put that all out there on here.
Yeah. Some hater would do that too.
Yeah, because I know how to stop that, though.
Oh, bet. So, yeah, okay.
Say the word.
Look.
You probably gotta go mute. Nah. I was gonna say you probably gotta go in the game chat and y'all two talk so it's not on the stream.
This is true, but I ain't about to do all that right now. I'm gonna fill y'all in our chat. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Oh, Kanye.
Okay, I got everybody. I just tagged y'all in a story.
Alright.
Ooh, y'all, I almost sent the thing in the wrong chat. Ooh, that would have been bad.
Oh man.
Yes, Lord. Okay, I guess I'm trying to see what's going on with her.
Yo,
It's
whoever's
showing
tuned
online?
in, appreciate that, yo. I'm trying to reach 2,000 subs. I got like 20 more subscribers before I'm at 2,000. Really trying to get there.
I like that beat that's playing in the background.
I'm over here,
Thank you.
just vibing. So,
Oh boy.
yeah.
So petty.
Wow.
Like,
So that's that situation. That's what's going on.
yeah. So, like,
I know Shay just used us like that.
yeah, she did. I already knew she was gonna do that. She ain't worth 2 cents. I was about to say another word, but I ain't say it.
Was somebody obsessed or something?
That's what it seems like, right?
Yeah, definitely.
In my life,
That's crazy.
you too, sweetheart.
Have a good night.
I had Kibo. Bye, nigga.
All right.
Okay. So let me call her right quick and see what's going on. Hello, whoever's on my stream. Thank you for joining. She's not answering. She's probably spazzing right now. So
That's one thing I hate about this GTA stuff. When people do that type of stuff, I was like, play the game,
it's
man.
childish. Like, why? There's no point in booting someone offline because you and your
I literally
feelings.
talked somebody out of doing that earlier, man. They was about to start booting people. I'm like, dude, just play the game, bro. Please, man.
Yeah, that's what. But they get in their feelings and get pissed off, and yeah.
Yeah, I think that's weak.
It's very
And they're
weird.
calling people addresses out. Oh, who lives in this state? Or who? I'm like, dude, relax, man. Put
Yeah.
your computer up, man. Play the game, man.
Like, it's never that serious.
It's not. That's definitely an obsession, though.
It is.
An obsession issue.
So, I guess we could do a pre-talk of a subject. Or either, if y'all want me to, I can fill y'all in more, or however y'all want to go about it.
Yeah, cause fill us in. I mean, we live now, so yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
send Amazing an invite into the office again. He had got kicked out.
Okay. I'll wait till he comes back.
What's up to everyone who's on the stream? I wish it showed who was watching though on YouTube.
You know, it sucks.
It just shows how many people watching.
Yeah, but you know, if somebody has an official YouTube channel and they subscribe or they leave a like or anything, it's a way you can go on your stats and see that.
Hey King Tay, what's up, Teddy Bear Tay?
Okay, so basically, the guy, the stepfather, his name is Darion Vince. And he reported that she was taken after him, Maleah, and her younger brother were abducted by 3 men. He said he was knocked out during the attack or whatever, but whatever. That's full of shit. Of course, the Amber Alert was issued. There was surveillance of him leaving with a laundry basket, bleach, and something in a big black trash bag. I'm trying to see. They still have not found the poor baby. I hope they do. And I hope they get the actual answers. But since 2018, they have been, they've had a case open against them because of all the injuries the child has endured, and they've come from him. So I guess the mother wasn't telling it was the stepfather doing it, and it's just ridiculous. Like I told y'all earlier, like, she had to have surgery on her skull. They had to remove an actual piece of the poor baby's skull. Bruising, I think it was like a broken arm or something like that. That's really, CPS should have done more. The grandmother should have done more.
Exactly.
The mother, okay, let me bump the CPS, bump the grandma. The mother should have done the most. He would have been the one being searched for. And they weren't going to find him because I was going to chop his ass up to feed him to the sharks or something. They would not have found him. Oh, he ran off with some female. Bump all that. But
Yep, he just ran off on.
exactly, he ran off with another female. I ain't seen him in 2 weeks. I don't know where he at.
He's living a double life.
Exactly, bro. I'm telling you, like, and it's crazy because we have so many women in this world that choose these monsters over their own babies. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how they do it. Me personally, I could never do something like that. My baby's in my world. I'm going to war and back.
Facts.
Because
that's a whole family situation right there. Like her, that's
exactly.
Somebody had to pick up on that. A nephew, a brother, a cousin, somebody. You know what I'm saying?
The grandmother should have picked up on it. Is what my mama. My mama, boy, look here. My mama been going there. She been going right to war with me. I'm blowing up whatever I gotta blow up. The first time, and not to mention, nigga, you a stepfather. You're not her father. Why are you even putting your hands on that child? She's 4. A child is gonna be a child.
That's scary.
It's scary as hell.
It's crazy. You know who I'm upset about the most? Like, is the mother. Like,
yes.
You have a 4-year-old baby. She's like brand new into this world. She can't stick up for herself. And you got a fiance, not even her husband though. But regardless of whether it was her boyfriend, her fiance, or her husband, like, this little girl got injured by him, like, to the point where she was having multiple brain surgeries from her injuries. And you still, like, stuck around him and trust this man around your daughter that much that you leave out of town and leave her in the hands of him and his son.
And the father, the father should have took her. Bump all that extra, take her. And I hate the fact that the law makes it so hard for good fathers to get their children if they see something's going wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. There's so many cases where, the child would rather be with the father than the mother, but because the mother is the one that birthed their child, they feel like she has the right to the child. No. Like, if that mother doing wrong, let the father get that baby. Like, it sickens me.
I don't know much about it, but that sounds like that could be a whole, it could be an issue with her whole family, period, because, like I said, somebody in the family on her side should have picked up on that, but it could stem back to her mother, you know what I'm saying, the baby's grandmother, raising the mother like that. You know what I'm saying?
Her lawyer said something about the mother was abused or something like that. But like I said, me personally, that shit I went through, like I said last time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm overprotective as hell of my kids. When we anywhere, my eyes are on them at all times. We at the park, I'm out there playing with them. I'm not sitting down on the bench or playing on my phone. No, I'm out there playing. Y'all done seen me many a times live. And what am I doing? I'm running around like a big ass kid with my babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all will be in my line of sight at all times. We went to a cookout. They all leave them kids alone. Come over here and talk. No, bro. I'm good where I'm at. I got this. No.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, even holding hands, if we in the store, there's no like, mommy, can I go to the next aisle to look at this?
No, we'll go over there as a group.
Too many incidents and things
all it takes is a second.
And the sex trafficking ring is picking up so bad. It's here where I'm at in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're not only going. There was a 7-year-old girl that it was some Africans. They were trying to get her, but she ended up getting away. They never found the men. And then they actually tried to get my mom as well. My mom was at Walmart. They followed her through the store. So while they're following her, she's on the phone with me. Or whatever. So she got, I think, the manager to walk her out to her car. And, she's on, like I said, she's still on the phone with me. She thought, she beat them and got away. No, they followed her to the grocery store. Followed her around the grocery store yet again. So when she went to leave, by that time I had pulled up already. Don't play. I had already pulled up. We ain't about to have none of that. And I was right there at the door as she was walking out. Get in the car, let's go. Get in the car. Because I swear I hate to have to shoot a nigga out here. Don't play. But, so like I said, you know what I'm saying, as a mother, even though I've been through things, I'm not going to sit here and choose a dude over my children. I'm not going to sit here and allow things to happen to them that happen to me. I'm going to fight against that as much as possible. I mean, we can't be there for everything. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, we have the power to teach them. And, shit, get in the way as much as we can.
Right,
oh, you going to the party? Oh, I'm coming too.
Or at least teach them to the point, so that they understand. They know what to do in certain situations.
And the main thing, like I constantly teach them this: be aware of your surroundings at all times. I don't know if y'all ever peeped when I'm out with my kids or whatever. I'm constantly looking around me, like constant. Like, nah, I'm gonna peep you before you peep my three. Don't play. But it's Very sad case.
If that was in my family, that could have been my auntie, a cousin, anything. The minute any of the men would have got a note or a hint that somebody younger in our family would get hurt in any type of way that didn't add up, he would have got beat down real
Hey,
bad.
sissy.
It
Exactly.
wouldn't have been nothing. It's nothing you could tell me, bro. Like, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
You had a piece of her skull removed? Wait till you get out this hospital. Wait till you get out this room, bro.
That's crazy. Her
You gonna
whole
see you.
She's 4 years
You gonna
old.
tell us something.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
know
That the mother, she didn't have a brother, a cousin, or nothing that's concerned. Like, it's something. It's deeper. It's deeper.
They probably
you know-
did.
And you do have families, especially in the black families, where they overlook certain things, in which we have to stop that as well. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he got problems. Oh well, nigga going to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit overlooking things. That's another huge problem. They tend to overlook. For instance, we have a cousin in my family. I don't deal with him. I don't nothing. But he's done some things to children, and they overlook it because, oh, he's not right in the head. I don't give up. He need to be locked out.
Yeah.
But they probably were involved and they probably wanted to. But when it comes to like the parent, like her as a mother, she's probably like, "It's my child. This
Yeah,
my
my relationship.
man. I live with.
Exactly.
Stay out of my business. I got this." And there's not much that they can do until it gets to that point where she's like dead now, or she's really hurt, where they really got to call the police on their own child or
And
brother or sister.
and that's what I'm saying. The mother of Maleah should have taken that baby. That father should have taken the baby
yeah.
when, the first incident happened where she was in the hospital because of the head injury. Somebody should have stepped
What's
in.
up, Troy? They should have. But what's crazy? Did y'all hear his story of what happened? Like, he said that they were driving on the way to the airport to go pick her up, and they got abducted by some guys who said, "Oh, that little girl pretty," or something like that. And they ended up throwing him and his son out on the road and kidnapped
Knocked him
her.
over the head. He claimed they knocked him over the head.
Yeah, and he showed up in the hospital with a little scratch on his head. Like, that's a really, like, crazy
Exactly.
story. Like, you're a grown man and you can grab your son, but you can't grab this little girl.
Exactly, because, like, I don't care whose child it is. I love kids. So if I see somebody bothering the kid or something like that, I'm stepping up for that child. That child can't defend itself. If I get my ass whooped, oh well, so what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saving this child.
That's one thing about me. I can't stand seeing a child like not being able to stick up for himself and being like abused or being talked to crazy or anything like that.
Yes.
I don't even like hearing kids cry. Like, yo, what's going on? What's up? What's going on in there? Y'all got it?
I agree. Like, it's crazy. Like, we have to do more to protect these children.
Yeah. But the mom didn't even seem concerned, though.
Exactly.
Like,
she kept a straight face. She didn't cry. She just covered her face and made a sound. So I'm just like, oh my God.
And what would be crazy if she was still, like, trying to stick up for this man, even after her daughter's missing. Like, I would believe that, though. There are women like that. Like, oh, he has nothing to do with it, or...
See,
well, what type of person gonna just knock a guy over the head and take? If anything, they would have took all y'all. Nobody would have been found.
Right.
They would have got rid of you
and
the boy, and then kept the girl. They wouldn't have just knocked you over the head.
Yeah. And then not only that, let me turn this off because they blowing my DM up. Not only that, you know what I'm saying? The mother even stated they had got into a heated argument the day before she left for Charlotte to attend her father's funeral. They got into it, things got heated or whatever between them. Okay, so this man has already abused your child. He's pissed off with you. While you're in Charlotte, you tell this man you're divorcing him, you're not going to marry him, you're giving him his ring back, you don't want to be with him. What? Why would you do that? You're all the way in Charlotte.
And then leave your daughter with him.
Exactly. Leave your daughter with him. Take her to her father. Take her to her grandma. Shit, you could have brought her to me. I would have kept her.
And what's crazy is that he probably hurt. Yeah, he probably hurt that little girl to get to her.
Exactly.
Because he knows probably how much that little girl means to her. But she didn't do enough. She didn't do enough for that little girl.
She didn't.
I don't think so.
Because I wouldn't have left my child with. No, not no little girl, especially.
No.
Especially if they had issues before. Like,
Exactly.
he's hurt her before. That alone you should be gone.
Should have been gone.
That's why that reminds me of the Casey Anthony case. That's another case that had me heated when it happened, and I was living in Florida, in Orlando at that time.
Yeah, that was the mom did that one, right?
It was just,
Wasn't that the one the mom did?
Yeah, she definitely did, but they somehow proved her innocent.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
It was real
I didn't know that.
crazy.
And and there's plenty of stories out here where these mothers do something. They murder these children, pretty much. And there's always signs. You know what I'm saying? That child is going to constantly have bruises, blah, 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 blah. They're going to act different, whatever. So there's always signs.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, in CPS, they drag ass. For one, you already know they don't care about us anyway. But you would think
quick to put you in the system.
Exactly. You would think, you know what I'm saying, until the investigation is over, take that child out of that environment.
Right.
Place them with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Place them with their father. Place them with somebody. Get them out of that environment. Cause like these,
I think there's a lot more to it.
There's a lot more. I was trying to find the clip where the mom's lawyer was talking and was saying, oh my God, I mean, says so much stuff, and I'm just like, as I'm watching it, I'm just like, so why is she not locked up? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, because if I dated a woman that had a daughter and you going out of town, I'm like, yo, send her to your sister's house or your cousin or your mom or something, because I don't know, I just feel like she need to be around a female. You know what I'm saying?
And that's just
No
like
matter what the
my
age.
father coming up. You know what I'm saying? If he was the only one home, I could not have my female friends over. You know what I'm saying? And I never faulted him for that. You know, I got pissed off because, hey, I want to play with my friends. But at the same time, you know, now being a mother with two girls, I understand.
Yeah.
Because these
Just said she's trying to come back in.
Okay, good.
What's up, First Ace? Thank you for joining.
And then, like, her interview, she didn't want to answer questions. I'm doing whatever. What questions you got? I'm answering whatever questions whatever you asking me, I am doing. Plus, don't sleep on it. When you think I'm sleeping, I'm doing even more behind your back. You know what I'm saying? When them cameras ain't on, I'm out here grinding, doing more.
I don't know. I ain't see no emotion in her.
None whatsoever.
4-year-old.
I would have been crying
She's
like a
guilty.
baby, hollering.
I'd be an investigator. Like, I feel like you got something to do with it. We about to keep you in custody.
Like,
It just don't add up.
Or she not saying something that she knows. Like, but I feel like
How
he
we know
definitely
you ain't playing
killed
this
her.
with him? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I definitely feel that he killed her as well, because ain't no way.
Because if he was only there with the little girl and his son, and he's supposed to be watching them. Like, why was he seen, like, walking around with a basket and a bag in there by himself? Like, where did he leave the kids? Right.
We all know bleach destroys evidence.
Yeah. But you know, bleach, it doesn't destroy all evidence.
Right. I'm quite sure they did some type of testing on his hands and arms and all of that. They probably seen that scar and said, "Sir, you wasn't unconscious. You don't have a concussion." No. They probably did communicate that with him, but they communicated that with the police immediately. Like, he didn't have a concussion. It's just a scar.
And to say you was knocked out from 9 to whatever time. What was the 1-year-old doing while you was knocked out?
Exactly. Just staying there watching him.
So you knocked out on side of the road. Ain't nobody see you. Ain't nobody get the baby. Where was the baby? Like, come on, man. Let's be real right now.
Not only that, but anybody that's seen somebody knocked out or ever got knocked out, it's kind of hard to remember what happens after you come back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know. I've had one before, so my memory's still fucked up for me, honestly. Excuse my French. Let me see.
First of all, wait a minute. Yeah, he guilty. Now that I think about it, wait a minute. So y'all was driving,
I think this is it.
And what did y'all do? Get out the car to walk into a store?
That's what I don't know what happened. How did they get abducted?
Did they knock your car off the road? Like, this don't make sense. Yeah, he going down.
And he's the one that reported her missing.
The mother needs to go down as well. I don't care what nobody says.
I think so too.
Like, I don't see, as a mother myself, I don't see how, like, nah. She needs to go down.
I hope they find her body.
I hope so too. I mean, I hate to, you know what I'm saying, hate to think it's her body, but we know it is, but like, so they can actually know what happened to the baby.
I mean, if they use the same technology that they did with the YNW Melly case, where they subpoenaed Google and Apple and they used real GPS satellite information
they need
to track his whereabouts at that time, if he had his phone with him.
And I think they know more than they're telling. Yes, this is it.
Yeah, they don't want to reveal everything because they don't know who knows him. They don't want him to be able to maneuver around their evidence in any type of way, so they wouldn't say everything.
Okay, how can I share this? Oh shoot, hold on, y'all. Yes, ma'am.
And she always like, yeah, I just don't like the fact that I ain't seen this lady really cry.
Yeah, and making noises. There was no legit, real feelings involved. Yeah.
With a bottle of Clorox, a laundry basket, and inside the laundry basket, a garbage bag. And when he spoke to the mother, he told her he was cleaning up the apartment, and she didn't understand.
Oh, so she has a brother.
Cleaning up the apartment, but he went and bought an extra bottle of Clorox and came back. Also, that was caught on camera, buying another bottle of Clorox to clean out the apartment.
This ain't the video I'm looking for.
We also want to share with you that on the day that left to go to be with her sick father, her dying father, to be with family, there was a huge fight between her and him.
Oh, so the fight was before that. Why would you leave your child?
She had caught him sending naked penis pictures.
What?
Yeah, she caught the stepfather, her boyfriend, fiance, whatever, sending naked pictures, and they got into a heated argument. But why would you still leave your child with him? That's what I'm still not understanding. Y'all got into an argument. Yeah.
Thank you.
This is getting really sad, sissy. Okay. I just sent it.
Okay.
But there was a longer video where he went into more depth. And that's the one I was trying to find. That's like the beginning of it.
Yo, Vato Apavelli, what up, man? Thanks for tuning in, bro. Yo, I'm also live. Izzy's also live too, and Queen and where's Nicole coming in?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah, so if you get a chance, bro, go drop a like on their live streams too, man. Greg, what's up, man? Oh, that's Cobra. What's good, bro?
Ooh, my leg. My leg.
It's one on YouTube that's a minute and 57. The caption is, "Mother missing Maleah Davis 4 claims husband allegedly abused girl."
Oh,
that's
yes.
from ABC.
Yeah, I was looking for the one that I saw on Facebook. It's like a 6-minute video, and he goes into depth about the CPS case and about the, prior injuries to Maleah and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Suspect in Maleah Davis disappearance first court appearance. That's 9 minutes. It's by ABC 13 Houston.
No, that's not the one.
A lot of people are wondering why was Maleah returned to her mother so soon after she was taken away for the injuries.
Exactly. She shouldn't have been returned.
Crazy. But she has a brother too that was living with her before, but the brother ended up being with the grandmother.
So why the grandma didn't take the granddaughter?
Yeah, exactly.
Why
leave the daughter and give the daughter back to the mother and have the son go to the grandmother? If they would have I think she went back home way too soon.
I agree. The baby shouldn't have went home. That's why I said that they should have took her until the investigation was over or something. Cause that baby, if they would, and they should have sat that child down and talked to her. She's 4. Yeah, she don't have a full. Well, I don't know, cause I don't know the child. Cause I know my 3-year-old boy, that damn thing now. But as a 4-year-old, you know what I'm saying, she can tell you, okay, yeah, this person hurt me. She can tell you that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She can tell you, maybe not in depth, but she can tell you, who hurt her and what they did.
She's most likely she was scared and in fear, and probably.
That's why they should have took her.
Probably was told not to say anything. That's where the mother comes in at.
Exactly. That's why
I think it was negligence of the mother.
Oh yeah, a whole lot of negligence.
What if she was an unfit mother, but she didn't care what happened to her daughter?
She was.
She was.
What I'm saying is, I'm talking about like more than what we saw or what we heard about. What if she was more unfit before this tragic accident happened right here?
She was. She's been being investigated since 2018.
So since last year.
Yeah, it's probably been longer. We never know. You know what I'm saying? But it's been since last year. If she's under investigation, don't leave that child with her.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna compare the two cases. Y'all can agree or disagree with me. That's what this talk show is about. But that's just like the Anaya Garrett case. Y'all know who that is? The little girl that was killed by her mother and her mother's boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's just like those cases go hand in hand in a way. it was both negligence on the mother, but in the Nia Gary case, the father was trying to get custody of his daughter, but CPS or the state wouldn't give it to him.
Yeah.
They kept her with her mama.
And
Okay.
see,
So
go ahead.
So in this case, my bad. So in this case, where was Maleah's dad? Why wasn't he fighting, or was he fighting? What we know about the dad?
He's in the picture. He has visitation. I'm not sure if he was fighting, but that's, they have shared custody. That's all that's been said of the father. The father released a video with him and Maleah, I believe. They haven't really said too much as far as if he was doing anything to try to get her or anything along those lines.
Hey, Debbie, thanks for the food.
And with the Anaya case, I had just addressed this earlier about how CPS makes it so hard for good fathers who are fighting for their children to get their kids. And it's sad. It's really sad.
And the state always thinks the mother is more fit than the father to take care of the child, which in every case ain't the truth. Ain't true. So
yeah, and there's some states that give the mother more rights than the father. When I think honestly, it should be equal.
Yeah,
it should be.
It takes two to make a baby, so.
And that man was trying to get his little girl. And it's sad because it never fails. They always wait until it's too late to actually want to do something. It's too late now. The baby gone. Y'all could have prevented this, but no. The child and they make it so hard for someone to take the kids from the mother. Like, you have to go through hell and high water and spend so much money going to court with lawyers and all that good stuff to fight a mother to get your child. And it shouldn't be that way.
So I'm just going to piggyback. Go ahead, next.
I'll say because you would think they would have popped up at the house or something, and if she would have had a case, you know what I'm saying, see what the hell is going on, what their lifestyle is like. But that baby could have been living under fear, man, because the mother was probably living under fear because of what she went through as a child. I'm telling you, it stems all the way back to the grandmother, man. It's a family issue.
And that's what I said, you know what I'm saying? Her lawyer, that's why I was trying to find that clip, because her lawyer did say that the mother was abused or something along those lines. So
she could have felt. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Thanks. I was going to say, or she could have just felt like she wasn't getting enough protection from her mother. So if you're not feeling like protected by your own parent, like, what makes you think anyone else is going to protect you? So yeah, definitely part of fear. But at that age, like, you need to have some type of feeling of security, and I don't think she was getting that in her household.
Yeah,
that's a good point. So I have one question. Well, it's two. Okay, the first question would be: do fear and manipulation go hand in hand?
Yeah.
What if her, whatever the man was to her, what if he was manipulating her? So would that be like he put fear in her, or would it just be like him having mind control over her? So I don't know. I be trying to look at stuff like from like every angle. So I'm trying to see like if he had mind control over her, or was it straight up fear that her and her daughter was living in?
Both mind control and fear. You know what I mean? Manipulation is like the core of fear, you know what I mean? So, and like I said, like how Izzy was saying, like she didn't have that when she was growing up, and so when she got older, she probably was looking for that so much that, she's into this guy and she think that maybe he's gonna provide her with the security, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So she's taking whatever he says into consideration at all times because she never had that growing up herself. So she's just letting this man completely run her life in every aspect.
Mhm. And you see it so much that it's crazy. Like, we as women, you know what I'm saying? We're strong. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has had that weak moment, but you would think at a certain point, you know, you would learn. I don't know if I want to say learn. You would, I guess, know better. I guess you could say.
Like wake up and smell the coffee.
Because there's a point, you know what I'm saying? There's always that point you come to where you realize, like, I'm better than this. And kind of grow up or something. I mix my words.
Nah, I know what you mean. Sometimes it's too late for some people when it's time for them to realize that. But I think she was more manipulated than fear. Because I think if she really had fear in her, then wouldn't you, like, why would you leave your child with this man who you're afraid of? Like, you would get up and leave and be okay with that. So if she was really scared of this guy, I don't think.
Yeah, she wouldn't. Because if I'm scared of somebody, I'm not leaving my child with them.
Yeah. It's either like,
you know, like,
right.
That's true, but then that's where manipulation comes in at, though. That's what I'm saying. They both work hand in hand.
They do.
I'm quite sure that whatever he was doing, like you said, he was sending pictures and all that, I'm quite sure that's not the first time she caught him doing something grimy. It's probably always been like that.
But have they had any, like, domestic violence history? Like, I haven't heard them mention anything about that, about their relationship.
Me either. I haven't really heard. I mean, the only thing I've really heard about their relationship is that they got into it a few times. Like, arguing. I haven't heard or seen anything where it was domestic violence involved. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Hey, long time players.
But I most definitely believe they need to be looking more into the mother as well and digging more deeper than they are doing as far as the mother. They're treating her as a victim, which in a sense kind of sort of she is, because, you know, it's her daughter, but at the same time, in a way, you allowed this to happen.
So was the little boy his, or was both kids hers and his? I mean, just hers.
Both kids were hers, and
the little boy was his.
Not his.
I think the little boy was.
Yeah.
The little girl.
Maleah, the little girl had, like, a biological brother who ended up being with the grandparents with the same father.
Well, they need to interview his ex too and say, well, when you was with this man, did he ever abuse you? Did you guys ever go through something like this? Did he ever give you any signs of this?
And she needs to be more forthcoming with information, because you can tell she's holding back from, like, her responses and the way she don't want to answer questions and stuff like that.
That's why I said I think she's still protecting him. Like, she's still trying to cover up for him, even after her child is missing and possibly most likely dead. That's like a mental illness right there to me.
The child definitely gone because he had that bleach. He said he had a garbage bag inside of the clothes basket.
I just saw the picture.
Yeah, it showed, like, him on surveillance walking out with, like, a laundry basket and a garbage bag in it. And all I'm thinking is, damn, that's that baby's body in there.
Because remember the case where that police officer killed his wife? I don't know if y'all remember this. I think it happened in Florida. And he used bleach to clean the apartment. But when they went in there and they did I don't know what they call that process. with the black lights and all of that.
Why?
They could still see the blood splatter all over the walls and the carpet. They're still seeing all of that. Although it wasn't visible to the naked eye. They have technology, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can still see that.
Yeah. He going down though. He definitely did it. That's why he had that bleach. Like, what was you doing? Going to wash whites? What was in that bag? Y'all don't have a washer and dryer? But they gonna use his cell phone, I guarantee you, to see which way he went. They probably already did, but the reason why they're probably holding back information is because they probably do feel like the mother has something to do with it, and they don't want to say too much because then people could find ways to maneuver around that to still win their case, or you know what I'm saying? Try to make it seem like they're innocent when they're really not. So the police ain't gonna say everything on public file every time. They're not just gonna put it out there.
And that's understandable. Yeah. But they should have also been interviewing the mother, trying to break her as well.
Oh yeah, they not done.
Oh,
they not done.
Oh, I know they not done. They need to, boy, look at here.
I think once they take him
some
down.
Of them detectives.
Once
I'm
they
about to say
take
sometimes.
him down. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Izzy, my bad.
No, you good.
I was gonna say sometimes, you know, them detectives, you can sit there and boo-hoo cry in front of them and do all of that, and they see straight through all that. They're like, okay.
Oh yeah, they don't care.
Oh yeah, that's what happened.
I think once they take him down, she's going down right after.
Oh yeah.
Because once he breaks, like, she ain't got no choice but to just spill it all. So I think she should just get some type of punishment as well too. I think she has something to do with it. She may not have something to do with it as far as the plan or whatever happened to her daughter, but trying to like cover up for him.
And negligence.
Yeah,
like,
definitely that. But I did just read that that they are in the process of like tracking his vehicle, like to see like where he's been, like seeing if they have like license plate readers that that has recorded where he's been, and like his cell phone records too.
Oh yeah, if it would
see his move arounds.
Oh yeah, most definitely, because you know these traffic lights have them cameras in them now. So, buddy, you going down?
Not only that, they can use your cell phone.
Yeah,
that's
that too.
GPS in your hand, the GPS tracking system in your hand. All of your location history is in that phone. Oh, they gonna put them together. Oh yeah, he gonna go down, and he is gonna buckle like y'all said. Once he in jail right now, but once he get him general population and get settled in, and it's a big time case, so his face is gonna be all over the news. Oh yeah, he gonna be under a lot of pressure because nobody in jail respects that. He gonna fold.
I hope they get him down though. I hope he does go down, because there's been many cases where a lot of these criminals who you know for sure have done something like this. Like I said, like Casey Anthony, that was one case that pissed me off, and I swear I did not think that like they like convicted her like being innocent and everything. Like I didn't think she would get away with that with all the evidence that they had, but it all depends on the state too. Every state has their own laws and has, you know, how they decide who's innocent and who's not.
True.
So I think if she was tried in a different state, it would have ended up differently, but I won't be surprised if he gets away with it.
No, he ain't gonna get away with that. He's not gonna get away with that. Because that alone, the surveillance footage of him coming out with that bleach, I mean, I'm quite sure that caught all AI, like, oh yeah, look at this. He did it. It was another case similar to that too, I think, where the woman was pregnant and the father tried to claim that she went out to jog or something like that and never came back, and then ended up finding her buried. And he used bleach to that case too. I've seen this several times throughout history with that whole bleach thing. It's over for him. They're gonna do a real thorough investigation. Real thorough.
Speaking of pregnant women, that video.
Oh my God.
That pregnant. That I couldn't I only watched it once because I ain't hear about it or see about it before, but stuff like that, it gets me upset because it's been happening for so long and it's still happening, and it's like, when is it gonna stop?
Yeah. It's not gonna stop until people start standing up, and it's not gonna take just the black community. It's gonna take everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
It's because it's not right. You know, and she had oh my God, that irked me too. Like, bruh, you could have taken her down. You shot this woman. Like,
she was already down.
Exactly. She was down, but they claimed that she had his taser or whatever. So what?
Ooh, so scary.
Exactly. So what? You fear for your life from a taser? As many people y'all tase, you fear for your life from a taser.
Training.
Exactly.
They make the police officers get tased so they know exactly what they're doing to the person before they use that.
Hell, they make military get. Boy, look here. They made us get tased. You know what I'm saying? So you know what to do. Y'all never take the proper precautions. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to us. Now, like I mentioned last time, it comes to one of these other people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's shooting up a church. We gonna take him to Burger King. The fuck? Shoot that motherfucker down.
And put a bulletproof vest on him just in case anybody trying to kill him.
Exactly.
I feel like,
but
if he was being aggressive, we would have heard that.
Yeah. But what pissed me off the most about it is the way, he shot her to kill her. He didn't shoot her
to injure her.
Injure her or put her down. He shot her to kill her.
He did not. And he shot point, 6 times?
Yeah.
Yep.
And she's down already. One time would have been enough. Even though it shouldn't have happened, but one for an unarmed woman. You was sitting here tussling with her for the past 5 minutes, so you know she's not armed.
Exactly.
So, and she has a taser. Okay, you may be afraid that she may tase you, and then you end up on the ground and she grabs your gun. And let's say that was the case, but
there was no reason to shoot at all.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Especially
not like that. Hey, Yana.
Most people don't want to get shot.
She doesn't feel bad for her.
And you can clearly hear her yelling right before he shoot, I'm pregnant. And you shoot this lady. Pop, 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 pop. Really?
You could have just pulled a gun at her. That's what I'm going to say. You don't even have to shoot.
Exactly.
Most people see a barrel of a gun, and it's, okay, I'm done. You got it. You could have took 3 steps back.
She tased the cop.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah. But
and
still, there's no reason
Why
to shoot.
Why did he fall? He never shook. He never said, ow. He never said, you know what I'm saying? She tased me anything. You just see him manhandling her.
And of course, it probably hit his vest, so he probably ain't even feel it.
Exactly.
So that
name is Goss.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could have shot in the air. Stop moving. I need backup. I'm here at such and such, such and such. I have a suspect resisting arrest.
So she wasn't pregnant?
I don't know.
No, she was.
I don't know. All I know,
she said in the video she said she was pregnant, but Yana said she wasn't pregnant. She lied.
Shit, I would have lied too to get that man to stop from shooting me.
Even if she wasn't pregnant, she probably did that out of fear. Yeah, she could have
been saying it, yeah. Because I heard her saying, I'm pregnant, I live right here, I'm pregnant, that's all I heard.
And she said also,
when I saw the video, the only thing I saw was them tussling. He threw her to the ground. And next thing I know, I thought he was just finna walk off after, he threw her on the ground. I heard 3 to 4 shots after.
Right.
After he threw her, I was like, he really just shoot her? What was the, why is there, for them to shoot first without asking questions later? Or asking questions first before shooting?
Yeah,
the
he's a
video
cop.
right
He should
here.
know better. But the fact
I
that
can play
he
the video.
shot to kill her was like what bothered me the most. Like how many shots he just threw off. Yana said you can't grab her cop's belt. He's not psychic. He doesn't know what her next move is. So she's against the lady who got shot and basically saying that she just should have known better.
Invite me again, guys.
But the guy, listen, the guy that's recording, I'm about to play the video. He said he popped their ass, and this is before he shot the gun. This is when you heard the taser go off. Now, even if she didn't tase him. Listen to the video.
Hey, Star-Lord. Oh.
How bad?
She on the ground right now. She's still on the ground. She's still on the ground. She's still on the ground. He over her. She's still on the ground.
Damn.
Oh, that was sick. Can I get an invite?
He guilty. It's over with. Y'all need to watch the video again.
It's not that easy. It's not that simple.
It's not. Then you know they're not gonna take him down because they already throwing the fact that he was on the force for 11 years. That don't matter. That means he knows what to do. He should know.
He knows better.
Exactly. Like.
So they have her tasing. Sorry. Y'all go ahead.
You hear her saying why? Why? Listen.
Can I get an invite?
Oh, into the. Okay, let me invite you in here.
No, not to the, well, that too when I get into the session. I need an invite to the session.
Oh, okay, let me send you an invite.
You hear her saying why she's crying right now out of fear. The video is 40 seconds long. 18 seconds into the video. She's basically in fear. Listen to her. He said why? Why? She's on the ground. Listen. Yeah, y'all need to watch that again. Because first of all, even if you reach for a cop's waistband, anything on a waistband, it's a certain way that you have to take their gun out of their holster. It's basically set up for you to it to be on your hip. It's not possible for you just to pull it and it comes out of their holster. It doesn't work like that. They don't have normal civilian holsters.
So Yana said if you have warrants, just get arrested or just stay out of trouble. You can't grab the cop's belt. Yana. I agree if you have a warrant and you know, like, if you get pulled over for something, like, just get arrested and handle it in court. Like, no need to fight and tassel. I don't know what her case was because all I did was watch the video.
Well,
so I don't know the details as why.
They said that he was patrolling the apartment complex and seen her and something about he had run-ins with her before and knew that she had warrants.
Man, if you know she got warrants and you've been like, so you like, oh yeah, that girl right there, yeah, I know she got a warrant. Let me go get her. Like, no, it's just, it's not.
I think it's more to every cop related killing. I don't think it's just like we all just making assumptions, or some of us may know the law better than the others, but when it comes to a police officer, I'm a little iffy with them. So it's like, if you, like I said, if you know she got warrants and you saw her the first time, why not try to detain her then? Why try to do all this extraness this time? I don't know. It's
just him and her.
For me. And then to stand over her, I don't care if she reached for his gun or not. for him to stand over her and shoot her point blank range or whatever, that's overkill. Whether she reached for his gun or not, you could have just threw her on the ground. All that, like, I don't know. That's just like they finna, like I said the last episode or whatever. They trying to open up the Sandra Bland case. What was the issue there? So I don't know.
He was real aggressive. He was over aggressive. He was power driven. He was over aggressive. That's what this cop was. You can tell. You can tell. And she's screaming, "Why?" She's like, "Why? Why? I'm going to my apartment." She got a warrant. Let her go to her house. Police still gonna come in there and get you.
They can't come to your house unless they have a
She got a warrant. They can go into your house.
I thought they needed a search warrant for that.
I mean, to search the house, yes, but if you have a warrant for your arrest, they can come to your house and get you.
And grab you.
They can easily call for backup and say, yeah, she went in there. What's she gonna do? Get up and run? It ain't like she gonna get up and then come at you and try to beat on you. I mean, he didn't even punch her. You know what I'm saying? Or pull out his stick and start beating her or something. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight, get on the ground,
the first
move.
thing they think about is shooting first.
Yeah. And, no, man. I feel what Yana saying, but at the same time, I feel like that's a big issue too, man, because a lot of people want to be real submissive to the police just because they're police, but in some situations, you got to hold them responsible.
As black people, it's not going to work for us, though. It's like they have something against us.
Can I get another
even if he out there tussling with a black woman and she's strong and kind of overpowering him, he's probably getting mad. But she didn't overpower him at no point, like, and then she's talking about she just put her arm up. That's it. He had already reached for his waist the first time he put her down on the ground. He already had his hand on the right side of his waist. I'm watching the video over and over again. That's why she's like, why? Why? He probably already had intentions of shooting. He ain't say, get down, you're under arrest. Stop moving, stop resisting. He's not even saying nothing. He's just tussling with her. She's doing all the talking. She's doing all the talking.
I guess it looks like he was trying to arrest her, but she wasn't trying to get arrested. That's what it looks like to me.
Can I get an invite to your office, Susie?
You don't need to shoot nobody, man. I don't care what nobody say, man. I can handle a woman. I can handle a woman physically. I don't need you. This is no.
And everybody always holler about just do what they ask, do what they ask. There's been many cases where, you know what I'm saying, how are we supposed to reach for our IDs or anything? In their mind, they gonna put it in their head, oh, they getting the gun. Pop, pop. It happened to, I think the boy in Columbia, South Carolina, he was 17 or 18 at the gas station. They told him, they gave him his ID. They shot this little boy.
Right in the back.
As soon as he reached to get his ID and stuff, they shot him.
That's fucked up. They set him up.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we have a choice in the matter. We're not safe regardless. There ain't no comply with what they say.
I was just thinking about him.
Maleah Castile, he let them know I have a firearm license. He communicated all that with the police. And he said, why did he reach? Man, stop it, bro. He told you that he has a firearm. He told you that he has a license for it. She's recording the whole thing. You have a body cam on. How do you feel unsafe? Your weapon is already drawn.
Right, it's to the point where, like, people feel like, well, black people specifically feel like even if I did cooperate, like, there's a chance and a possibility that I still might end up dead. Like, look at Sandra Bland. Like, she got into a cop car, and she still ended up dead. And there's many other cases like that.
Yep. That's just like, I don't know if y'all heard about the story about the young man here. Thanksgiving Day or night of last year at the mall. I guess he was there with his friends or whatever, or like with family. But long story short, it was an altercation. 2 people got injured. And he was ex-military and he was licensed to carry as well. So the first thing that the police here did was, instead of questioning him or whatever, they wait until he turned around. Because I guess they saw like the gun on his hip. Saw him when he turned around and shot him 3 times in the back. So he was shot once. I'm not trying to be graphic, but he was shot once in the head and twice in the lower body. My thing is, so it's like it came out to say that he wasn't the last shooter. He wasn't even involved in the altercation that had transpired between like an 18-year-old and another 21-year-old person. But if you saw him with a gun in his holster or on him, why not walk up to him and ask him, hey, are you licensed to carry, or are you allowed to carry this type of weapon? Like, why they don't ask questions? Why they always think it's okay to just shoot first? I don't get that.
It happened in Charleston, too.
Yeah. Sure did.
You understand? Everybody quick to scream Black Lives Matter, but it was really right from wrong. It's really right from wrong. Basically saying she was wrong.
Oh yeah, she was real wrong. You could tell in the video she was so wrong, man. Oh yeah. I know people like, well, look, we only got this little bit of video, all right, but the guy that was in the car recording, I'm quite sure.
We're not saying she wasn't wrong. We're saying he had no right to shoot her.
Right.
They are trained to take down. They have multiple ways of taking down. Just like when the shooting in Charleston, like I mentioned before, this man actively was shooting up a church. They didn't shoot him. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
This man had a gun. When it comes and he was white, but it comes to us black folks, we won't even have a weapon, and they still shoot us. After we're, you know what I'm saying, we're complying. If you tell us, oh, give me your ID, and you shoot me in my back. Well, not me, but the boy in his back. Like in Charleston, there was a string of robberies going. A young guy he just got out of class or something. They stopped him, was harassing him. Ended up they shot him as well. But a week later, they got the person who was doing the robberies. Nobody was held accountable. It's not right. We're not saying, you know what I'm saying, she wasn't wrong. We're saying they don't have the right to keep killing us like they are.
The guy in, what was that, Oklahoma? When Batman, The Dark Knight was released, he went into the movie theater with smoke grenades and an assault rifle, and he walked away in handcuffs. He should have been killed on the scene by the police immediately.
Yeah, I just saw something on my timeline that was hella disturbing. Like, I don't understand, like, why would people put, like, a video up of a little girl giving oral to a grown man? Like, why would you put that on your timeline?
What?
Yeah, certain things, like, I know people want to share it and want other people to see, but why would you share it? Stuff like that.
That makes you look sick.
That's because they won't views.
That's why I delete people like that, bro. Don't let me see no bull crap on my timeline like that. You can delete it, bro.
I didn't see the video. That video was old. Somebody sent it to my Facebook inbox, like, he needs to be reported. And you could just tell from the thumbnail what's going on. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? You can just tell from the thumbnail, right then and there, what's going on. You read the article, you see the thumbnail. I don't even need to press play. I think you sick if you press play and want to watch it.
Right.
That shit was so disturbing, bro.
But the police issue is out of control, man. It's not a coincidence that they keep shooting unarmed black people and keep saying they reached, but they didn't succeed. Even if they did reach, Once you draw your firearm and point it towards them, now if they come at you when you got your gun pointed towards them and they still rush you, that's a different story. But in this case, she was on the ground. He took 2 steps back. He could have like, stop or I'm going to shoot you. He didn't say anything in the entire video. You don't hear this officer saying anything. You don't even hear him saying you're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. You don't hear any of that. First of all, if you apprehended somebody, you have to read them their rights. He's not saying anything.
And
So even if he was attempting to arrest her, he's violating her rights right then and there. You didn't read me my rights. You just grabbed me and said, you just grabbing me. Come here. Come here for
if
what?
I'm not mistaken, they don't even have to read us our Miranda rights no more.
They do. They do.
Not until you get arrested.
Somewhere.
Right. If they're attempting to arrest you while they put them handcuffs on you, you have the right to remain silent. Anything, you're under anything. They have to. They have to read you that. It's been so many cases that was dismissed because I wasn't read my Miranda rights. In that case, they consider you being kidnapped.
That's just like, for instance, here's another example. Here downtown, what took place is white man, I don't know, he was crazy. Anyway, he was attacking the police. He was going at the officer with a knife. This happened last year, downtown Greenville, South Carolina. They did not shoot that man. They took the necessary precautions to take him down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
So, regardless of if she's right or they don't exactly. Regardless if she right or wrong, he had no right to shoot that lady.
This is why I think people of color, and I'm not trying to sound biased, so whoever's on y'all stream, y'all can say whatever. But my opinion of the reason why people of color get handled the way that they do. It's because they see them as a threat. Is it a racial issue? Probably. Am I throwing the race card around? No. But it is what it is. They feel like people of color is a threat. Not necessarily just to society, but as a whole as well. Yeah. That's just like if that goes back to when Yana was saying that everybody says Black Lives Matter. Okay, that's true. Black lives do matter. But it's like I'm not trying to backtrack, but until we can come as a whole, like one body, we don't stand a chance against nobody else. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's true. And I was about to say, I agree with what Yana just said. Like, to be honest, she said, to be honest, police aren't going to change and take us serious until we change ourselves, which is true. And I don't think it's like, as far as the threat, I don't think it's that. I think it's more of like, how can you expect them to respect us when we don't even respect ourselves and our own people, though? Like, black people are killing black people every single day for nothing. Like, nothing. So how can they, looking outside in, expect to respect us? They don't even care about their own people. Why should we care about them?
Okay.
Like, they will treat a dog better than they treat us. They will spend 10 minutes tasseling with a Rottweiler before they shoot them. Rather than 2 minutes with a black person.
I get that, but you know what I'm saying? White people kill white people as well. You know what I'm saying? There's many cases, exactly, you know what I'm saying, they do it over stupid shit as well, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So I mean, if that's the case, why they should, you know what I'm saying, just because they're kind or whatever.
Well, why is it never a white man on camera or a white person on camera getting killed by the police? I've only seen that like once or twice. They keep saying these statistics, or it's actually more white men killed by police than black. So why we never see the video then? Why is it never going viral? We don't see that. We don't see that at all.
I think the difference between the white people killing white people themselves is that we came from, history started way before slavery, but slavery happened, and we have a lot of rebuilding, and unifying to do, and we haven't gotten to that point yet. So before we can even stand up against like the other people, like we need to get together first and get our heads straight first. They didn't go through that. They don't have no rebuilding to do. They started off good. They started off unified. They were never enslaved or nothing like that. So that's why I think it's kind of different with white people kill white people too. But it's still no excuse to me, like the way these police officers are out here treating black people. But then again, the only way people keep asking, like, when is it going to change? How is it going to change? We know how to change it. We're just not doing anything to change it.
They just sneaky and conniving, man. Because you can have situations in the hood where black men's killing black men, and yeah, that sometimes it gets out of control. But then you can have one white man go somewhere with an assault rifle and commit just as many murders as the black people did over the weekend in one day. A guy goes to a hotel in Las Vegas and just starts shooting a whole concert full of people. He just shooting everybody who's down there partying. He's shooting he's got all these assault rifles in his hotel just lined up, just gunning everybody down.
You know,
that's just like that man that killed all them people at that concert in Vegas. Y'all heard about that?
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he was talking about.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah. He shot out the hotel window and just dumping on the whole crowd. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's messed up. It's a few bad apples out of the bunch in every race. You know what I'm saying? I understand what people are saying, like, you know, like how he's saying we got to get it together and all that, but it's not that bad with us, man. It's not. It's just we are focused on us, which we supposed to be, because we want to improve as a whole. But
man,
it's bad
I think
people
it's
everywhere.
bad on us. Like the amount of videos I see online of little teenage girls just fighting each other, just for attention, and like just stuff that they doing each other, and other black people reposting it and sharing it all day, every day. Like you're not making anything better by publicly showing like other people that we don't know how to act, or we don't know how to treat each other. Like, no, I think it's bad on us. It's real bad.
And also to go hand in hand with that, it's, you know what I'm saying, they're playing right into society hands, because, you know, we as blacks, you know, we're more televised, and like you said, the videos on Facebook, Instagram, it's more of us being slandered basically because of the stupid stuff people are doing and posting. You know, it's all over the media. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying, well, I already know they fight just as much as us, but it's not as big as when we do it. You know what I'm saying? The media makes it out like we're the only ones doing it as well.
Exactly.
It's just bullshit propaganda.
Exactly.
Exactly.
They
That's what I'm
choose
getting at.
what
like
they want to show, because, you know, these white people, they do all the mass murders. Look at the school shootings, the shooting at the church, the parties, all that.
They just had another school shooting, like 8 miles away from Caliban.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's not us black folks you see doing these huge mass murders and mass shootings.
Nope.
But when they do it, they get taken down with ease. No problem. They don't get shot at. Exactly. They get food, cigarettes, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But us, we got a death note.
Like I said, I feel what Yana saying, but you gotta admit the justice system is very, very flawed and biased.
It is.
I agree it is.
You know, just like Easy was saying, like we gotta respect ourselves and all of that, and that's true. But that doesn't give them right as a police officer, because you wake up in the morning just like we do. You punching the clock just like everybody else is. So now that you put your uniform on, all of a sudden you wanna be super different. You wanna be inhuman now. You don't wanna have any compassion.
You can cough wrong and get shot just for being black.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna laugh at you, girl. It's funny, but it's sad.
It is. It's very sad.
Like, I think, like I said, the only way to change it is within us. Like, Yana just said, aka the Shade Room brings down our own culture. And you know who watches the Shade Room? Black people. And you know who shares their videos? Black people. And who reposts them? Black people. So, like, it's too much that can be done within our own community and culture to fix the issue. Like, you can't go outside your home and try to fix the problem without fixing what's going on inside first.
Backyard.
Like, focus on what's inside first, and then once we get to that point, then we can, like, then you'll start seeing some change. But, like, even simple stuff like shows like Love and Hip Hop, and how, like, a lot of people have said, even people who's been on the show, how, like, Mona Scott, like, how they would edit in certain clips to make these black women look like they don't know how to act in public.
That's why I don't watch none of that bull crap.
They barely show you these girls, like, getting together doing something positive. Like,
none of it.
Every time, every scene it is, they're getting drunk, they're somewhere at a restaurant, next thing you know, you hear, bitch, throwing a drink on the next one, then on the next episode. It'd be like,
but
what?
you can't blame the media, you can't blame the producers. Like, these people know what they getting themselves into. They've watched the show. Like, why would you allow someone to play you like a puppet like that? Like, it shows you as being weak, not strong. Like, once they see us being strong, that's when they're gonna see us as a threat. But I don't think we're a threat to them.
Another thing too, though, when like how you said the Shade Room and things like that, and like you said, the white folks, they do the same thing, man, but they don't publicize it. You know what I'm saying? It could be a motherfucker living on your street who's a school teacher, and you always, he's cool, a white dude, whatever, and that dude got fucking 18, 19 bricks of cocaine in his basement. Little do you know, this dude is the plug. You know what I'm saying? But he not on Instagram, and nobody in his culture is not on Instagram, always boasting their money, what they're doing. That stuff, you know what I'm saying? They're doing it on a massive level, just like we are. They just don't put it out there.
Yep.
Our culture, where we go wrong is we so thirsty to show
what we got or what we're doing.
What we got. If I can fight better than you, I want to be on the internet that I beat you up. If I got more money than you, I want to be on the internet to show that I have that much more money than you. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. You know, I know I got more money than Bobby, but I'm not about to go out on Instagram and up $60,000 in cash to show him that or to show the world that. You know what I'm saying? I know I sell dope, but I'm not going to buy a Lexus and put 26-inch rims on it and paint it candy yellow. You know what I'm saying? They do the same thing. They just don't publicize it. And when they go down for it, you might have one news headline about it, but then it's over with. They don't get a big CNN trial. They don't keep reposting the news over and over again to give you updates. But I bet you they're going to continue to give you updates about what happened with that black family, with them hurting each other, whatever. They're going to keep reposting that. They're going to drill you about that.
RJ said, what about John Allen Muhammad? I don't know who that is. Y'all know who that is?
That's the DC sniper.
Oh, okay. And he was a black sniper.
He was.
Yeah, he was.
I think they was from here, and they traveled the East Coast.
Yeah,
but I
don't know his motive though.
Hey, Vio, I forgot what his.
They gave him a death penalty, though, right?
They did. Him and his stepson, his nephew, that was with him.
I don't know who that kid was that he had training doing all of that stuff to him, man. But was he military trained or something like that, or did he just grab a sniper rifle and just start going ham out of nowhere? Because I mean, you just can't grab a gun and just be accurate like that and insensitive like that. I think that he probably had some military training and it just went crazy.
I think so too.
But think about this though. Once again, now you got all these cases about, like how we said, how they publicize how blacks always do each other wrong, or when we are not obeying the law and all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? What about the guy that was just over in Australia gunning down Muslims in a mosque? I'm saying, with a first person, with a camera on, body cam on. I know y'all seen that, right?
Nah, I didn't hear about it.
Wait, say it again.
Is this recent?
Listen, this just happened last month. And if you think that video of that woman is disturbing,
I ain't even hear about that.
you won't
I
listen.
think I know what you're talking about, but I didn't get into like full depth with it.
This dude, military. No, he wasn't. Supposedly, he was a military trained. He was part of this group that's, just this real right wing, how can I say it, white supremacy type of group. You know what I'm saying? He had this 1,000-page manifesto that he wrote about why he was doing what he was going to do, and basically describing his belief system in whatever group that he's a part of. It's on Live Leaks. This guy video cammed himself in first person. He's sitting there listening to music, jamming. You know what I'm saying? He's got like 3 assault rifles in the front seat, a shotgun. You got like 3 more in the trunk, and he's driving down the street. He gets to the mosque. He said, here we go. He got on tactical gear. He has certain parts of his manifesto written on his guns in white ink. He got all military weapons. The people in the mosque were in the middle of prayer. They were down on their hands and knees. You know how Muslims pray. He went in there and shot all these people. He killed everybody with precision. He even shot a lady that was down the street and ran away from the mosque, and then ran up on her and shot her some more and drove over her body. Then he went to another mosque and killed more people. But when he ran out of bullets in his one gun, somebody went to attack him, and that's what made him basically drive away. You know what I'm saying? But he said, I'm going to come back and kill the rest of y'all. But he never had a chance to do that. He even mentioned Donald Trump in his manifesto. Like, dude is just straight nutty.
So,
I'm going to look that up.
But, like you said, y'all didn't see it. They took the video down because they said it was disturbing, and they're not publicizing his trial. They even blurred his face out when he was in court. Since when do they do that?
So
they blurred his face out so you can see what he. Yeah. He trained.
He was
listen,
Turkey and he went to New Zealand.
In his manifesto, he even admitted. He said that he was avoiding all relationships with women unless it was sexual because he didn't want to get thrown off. He was planning this shit for years, 6-7 years. He went on a specific diet. He started working out. He even invested in certain companies so when he bought these certain type of weapons, they wouldn't question him. Like, why are you trying to acquire so many assault rifles and all of this? Like, as soon as he walked up to the mosque, he had an automatic shotgun. He was a marksman with every weapon he had. He killed like the first 3 people standing in the door. Then gunned them down some more. He threw his shotgun down to the ground, grabbed his assault rifle, and he just started shooting everybody.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he killed over 40 people.
The U.S. and America aren't responsible for what happens in New Zealand, so that means that the media in the U.S. aren't responsible for showing what goes down in other countries, the shootings and stuff.
I'm glad she said that. Okay, if the U.S. ain't responsible for other countries, why are they invading everybody? They some big ass bullies. We don't fuck around. If they want to terrorize their country or their home, let them do that. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's why the U.S. and a shit state
trying to go to war with Iran right now. They're trying to go to war with Iran right now as we speak. Donald Trump's already sanctioned them and told them that they couldn't sell oil to nobody else in the world, and that makes it 40% of their revenue.
You see he backed down from Russia. Now he's trying to be all cool with them and stuff.
That's because he has a Trump hotel in Russia, and when Obama placed sanction on Russia, that hurt his business. So once he got into office, this is what the whole meddling with the Russians business comes in at. When he got into office, he told them basically that he could change that. He can work around them sanctions because that affects his business. He is a billionaire. He does business more than on a national level. He does business internationally.
But I heard or I read somewhere that he filed for bankruptcy. Mm-hmm. So how he making money if he filed for bankruptcy? I don't get that. Can somebody explain?
Man, he's in a position and they control the system. So That's
So
all just
he
a facade.
using our funds to feed his own greed. Nigga, our president wacky,
I ain't even
bro.
gonna say nothing. Y'all look here. I was salty about them taxes.
Girl.
Y'all,
And then
me,
we must get back what we was supposed to. We got half back. It
bruh.
was on the news. Okay,
That
Mr.
joke
Get
was,
up your
boy,
damn
look here.
Cheeto puff.
I was like, okay. You know, some people trying to do right with their money, so can you send that here? Please. I got bills.
They got war efforts that they trying to put in place.
But
They
I'm
have
just
plans.
like, and I hope. And he wasn't even supposed to win the election or whatever. Hillary won the what was it? The popular vote. What was it called? Damn.
Listen, that was just The elections
He
was just
fought
a
his way
facade.
in.
The Clinton Foundation and the Trump Foundation works with each other. They've been working with each other before either one of them even decided to run for president. That was just a facade. If Hillary would have won, the same plans would have been carried out. They would just been done in a different way. Why do you think that he made this big ordeal about the wall the whole time? You notice his whole presidency, he's just been under investigation, firing people left and right, stalling out this whole process. So then at the end, he can hit you with the big whammy, and that's this war. War is money. War is big money. That's all it's about. You see what's going on with the wall? No more news about the wall. Nothing. It's over with. The wall is no longer important. The money that he requested for the wall is no longer needed. The idea is just gone. Everybody was so busy watching the left hand, but nobody was watching the right hand. That's how that works.
Yeah, I understand
Exactly
trying to
how that
help
works.
people in that Iran, but some of the people over there keep killing our troops.
Because of our troops are not supposed to be over there. They're not supposed to be there. They've killed so many people, it doesn't make any sense. There's been more people died in the war on terror than died in World War II. And they dropped nuclear weapons in World War II.
If the United States don't mind they damn business, we won't have no type of
No offense to Yana, but
issues,
she's in the military, or she's in the military, so she's looking at it from a different standpoint, but she's been trained and broken down and rebuilt back up to think the way that they want her to think. That's the bottom line.
I got the hell out. I hauled ass.
That's the bottom line. They break you down and they rebuild you back into a soldier instead of you being a human. You come in as a person and you leave as a soldier.
What's crazy is though, it didn't change me. Everybody, when I came home after boot camp and AIT, everybody was like, oh, you still the same. Oh, I thought it was supposed to change you. I'm like, look, I ain't one of them weak-minded fools. Like, it ain't do nothing to me. Like, I was, even in basic and AIT, I got in trouble a lot because, you know what I'm saying, I was still me. You know what I'm saying? I was a clown. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. But, you know, like, and they do so wrong, and they try to, you know what I'm saying, spotlight the military like they're these awesome, great people. They're really not. You know what I'm saying? And
I give them respect for having courage. I give anybody that signs up for military.
Yeah, I give them that respect. I give them that respect. Don't get it twisted. I give them that respect.
But like you said, though, you got to think for yourself still.
It's also still their choice. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, when I was in, which was from 2009 to 2011. So, you know, we were still battling that other Afghan stuff, yada yada, blah, 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 blah. So, and they honestly, they don't pay enough for everything you have to do. They really don't. You know what I'm saying? I make more on the outside world than I made when I was in. The money comes once you reach higher rank, like officer, yada yada, after you done put in them years. But what was going on while I was in, you know, they were taking from their people. They were making people retire beforehand so they wouldn't get their benefits. They were taking away funds for military schooling, all kind of stuff. That extra money that people, you know what I'm saying, actually use and needed. So like,
yeah, I remember I was doing studies on that. They
they were taking away a whole lot of stuff, and then not for nothing, you know what I'm saying? You still, while you're in boot camp, you're paying for your GI Bill. They take out, I think it was $100 a month or something like. You pay for that GI Bill. Yeah,
Wow.
you know what I'm saying? You get more, but you still pay for it for a certain amount of time.
You shouldn't have to once you sign your life over.
Exactly.
So,
You should be taken care of for the rest of your life.
Like,
speaking of the military and they have a lot of negligence on their hands in the barracks. Have y'all heard about the story about Lavina Johnson back in 2005? She was found dead in her barracks. She was raped and mutilated all day in her barracks.
That's why they cut out that don't ask, don't tell policy thing. That honestly they do live by.
Did nothing.
Yeah, they actually live by that, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had my run-in with that. Well, not the rape situation, but the don't ask, don't tell. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, sissy, you heard about that story. But that is something they should do away with, because people actually, you know, get hurt, die, etc., etc., etc. And then, you know, the military, they do cover things up as well, which isn't right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
So
they cover up a lot of stuff.
That is true, and they ruled it as a suicide, which you can't rape yourself.
Oh shoot, y'all was kicked from the session. Can I get an invite? They probably kicked y'all out my office too, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. Sorry.
But you can't rape yourself or you can't mutilate yourself. So then back in 2008, because I'm reading the article again, I had to look up her name because I couldn't spell it right or something. But back in 2008, a spokesman from the House Armed Services Committee said in June 2008 that the committee was looking into Johnson's death, but they were not yet committing to a formal investigation. Christopher Gray, Chief of Public Affairs for the U.S. Criminal Investigative Command for the Army, has said that the case remains closed as far as they are concerned. So they don't care.
No.
They don't care. And I saw the pictures. That was some gruesome stuff.
I never even heard about that.
I'm going to send you the article.
I'm going to look that up.
Yeah,
send it to me. Y'all said it's taken serious in the Navy. She don't agree. Or at least on the boat, because she said she was in the Navy. And actually said she wasn't a soldier. She was in the Navy. So how wasn't trained? Like you said, they trained them up to...
She doesn't know that because she's already been trained.
She saw her boat. You couldn't even cheat on your wife. They kick you out quick.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I thought the opposite
true.
though. I thought a lot of guys who were in the Navy, like, and had wives at home, I thought they was doing a lot of funny business out there.
No. She's not lying about that. Now that part, that is true. That they do hold you to a high standard to a certain degree when it comes to
every branch is different.
True. The Navy is way different than the Army.
Yes, it is. My brother, he's now an officer in the Navy. He's been in, oh my gosh,
it's like the Air Force is different than the Navy. Yeah, they hold them to a very high standard once you get into the Navy and things like that, because you're trained on a different level. The Army, on the other hand, a lot goes down.
Yeah.
A lot goes down. But she's right about that though. They do. If you cheat and certain stuff like that, they. Because I talked to a chick that was in the Air Force. But at the same time, though, when it comes to you going to war, you know what I mean, y'all just get handed the news, the details, the operations, and you carry it out. They don't ask the soldiers, what are your opinions? Do you guys think we should? No. They don't care about your opinion at that point. You signed up, you received the training, and it's time to go. How many of those soldiers really know what's going on and the reason why, you know what I'm saying, that the Middle East is the way it is? Ask Yana, do she even know why we even went into Iraq when the people that bombed the World Trade Centers were Saudi Arabians? And they went in there and killed Saddam Hussein because his weapons of mass destruction that they gave him.
Yep, they do
Just
a
like
lot
they
of
trying
that,
to kill,
and they have a huge dealing with the
they trying
drug
to kill
industry.
Bashar al-Assad right now. Yeah. They trying to kill Bashar al-Assad right now, the president of Syria. They want him out of there. There's some truth to everything. The New World Order is real. They really want to run the world. You know what I'm saying? And in a way, they do. They just sanctioned another country and told other countries you're not allowed to do business with this country. How does that work? How does one nation tell the rest of the world what they can and can't do? It makes no sense. They're not saying nothing about the Iranians over there, the president or the regime is over there allowing their military to go into the streets and kill the people, then that's different. If you mobilize your army within your country, now your fucking military is killing people, that's different. But that's not happening in Iran. Iran is just fighting back. That's the only thing. They're fighting back, and they're not a weak regime, just like the Syrians are not weak, like the Iraqis or the Afghanistans. They're not weak, or like the Libyans. They will fight back. You can't, but that's the training, to think that our country is always in the right and everything we're doing is right and everybody else is wrong, and yeah, you can't think like that. History's already proven that America's been wrong.
Oh yeah.
Dozens of times. You know what I mean? So you have to take all under consideration. Look what they did to Japan. They dropped 2 nuclear weapons on them, on civilian populations, and killed millions of people. For what? Because the attack on Pearl Harbor? Why don't you just attack their army and their navy then? Why are you killing innocent people? Civilians that are still affected by that shit to this day.
Invite my sister to your office.
Makes no sense. It's a power struggle.
I'm glad it did delete Izzy invite from earlier. Whew.
I guarantee you, once it's time to go to war with Iran, does Yana understand the reason why we're going to war with Iran, or why there's even a situation with them?
She said Iran isn't fighting back.
Oh, they are. They're just not fighting back directly. They're not using their army. But if she's saying that Iran's not fighting back, if she's in the military, see, look, right there is misinformation. Because the U.S. Listen, the U.S. government right now is accusing Iran of funding these other groups that come from their country or that's cool with them, and these other groups are basically, how can I say this? They're fighting back against the Americans, just period. No, Iran has not said we declare war on America and we're going to use our army to fight. No, of course they didn't say that, but you don't always have to do that. It's called proxy wars. Actually, does she know what a proxy war is? She's in the military, so I'm quite sure she knows what a proxy war is. America do it all the time. They send special forces soldiers over to other countries to train their soldiers to do their dirty work. And they put it in the news. They let us know. Taliban, all of them. The Kurds. Turkey is an American ally, but at the same time they're beefing with the Kurds. So they're killing Kurds, but then America is training the Kurds to help fight against the Syrian government. These are all facts. This is stuff that's on our news. This is not from some third-party website full of conspiracies. These are facts.
She said
that's the reason
Iran
why
is terrorist groups in Iran.
That's what the U.S. called them. Right, but they're being funded by the Iranian government, supposedly. That's the reason why they're imposing sanctions on them. Because they're saying you guys are helping these groups commit these crimes against our efforts to try to stabilize the situation.
So aren't they called extremists?
That's the word we use for them. That's the word we use. But at the same time, we're not Iranian civilians, so we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't really know their side of the story. We just know what the American media feeds us, and that's it.
That's why I don't watch it. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't watch the news. Only time I watch the news is for the weather. Even though the weather be a little tricky, because you never know what the Lord gonna do, and the meteorologist is some shit sometimes. So I barely watch it because, for one, the news is too depressing. Two, they never show nothing good on there. And on the time they do applaud someone, it's like if they rescued a dog or a cat or something like that, which I think is BS on all platforms. It's I don't know. They should just stop with the news.
The news can desensitize you as a human. It can desensitize you and make you numb to certain situations. You got to have some compassion and think on a certain level. You know what I'm saying? Think about this, Yana, if you're listening. If the Americans, our military is the #1 military in the world, every other country in the world knows this, why would you even try to do anything when you know that you'll lose in the end? Obviously, you're fighting back. It has to be. You think them people overseas just dumb and stupid? It's just like, yeah, we just gonna do a bunch of dumb and stupid shit, and America can't fuck with us, even though they've won every war that they've been involved in. We're gonna be different though. No, they have balls. They gonna stand up.
She says, like having the KKK in America. Terrorist groups attack the Iranians too.
I mean, if that was the case, then the Iranian government would take care of them then. Man, it's
that
all
is
the government.
true, but speaking of the Triple Ks, they are a domestic terrorist group, but they are often compared to the Black Panther. I don't see no type of similarity there at all.
The Black Panthers only exist because they exist.
They always being compared to the Black Panther, like, you know how like we try to switch stuff up and try to put it on the other person, like, oh well, they are a group of a certain ethnicity or whatever. Why they ain't called like a domestic terrorist group? I have yet to hear or read anything about the Black Panther Party killing people.
Right.
Whereas
but there was a sheriff in Texas. Oh, go ahead. No,
I was gonna say there was a sheriff. Go ahead. You go ahead.
I was gonna say there was an instance in Texas a few years ago where the Black Panthers got into it with the deputies and the sheriff, right, during some type of protest and a standoff. And after that situation, the sheriff went on YouTube and made a video and said that if the Black Panthers come to your city and protest or do whatever that they're doing, that you meet them with this. And he had a shotgun and he cocked it, basically giving people the permission to shoot at the Black Panthers.
But they wasn't a violent group though. And I also did research on the Triple Ks. They wasn't originally a hate group. They was all about beating up the men that was beating up their wives. So I'm like, how did it go from like a helpful group, so to speak, to something as dangerous as what it is now?
It was helpful to them and their people. That's it.
Not to us.
Not to us.
And it's crazy how they're called like an organization and not a terrorist group, not like a group of terrorists, which I think is what they are. Like, you go around killing people because of their race or their skin color. That's a terrorist group right there, not an organization that should be like left alone and done nothing about.
Exactly. Why hasn't somebody, a president, condemned them yet?
They have rallies here all the time. Like, they have marches, and like, I'm gonna tell you, they don't come to the hoods now. You know, they don't go to the hoods. They go to where they people at and do rallies and stuff. They tried to come to my hometown and give out candy and stuff, but you know, black folks weren't going for that. So like, that's why the South is called dirty, because they very grimy down here. And my state is at will, so they do everything as they will. So anything goes here, not really, but it kind of does. It's one of the worst.
And a lot of those people in that group receive military training. A lot of them go to the army and become police officers. That's already been proven.
I believe that.
White supremacy is real, and it's not just. They don't just enforce that on black Americans. They enforce that around the entire world.
That is
Y'all
true.
say, can we talk about the movie trailer, LaQuisha? I never heard of it, y'all.
Me neither.
Okay.
Tell her to get online so she could join in.
Right. I messaged her earlier. She need to be in this
She
group
do.
discussion.
Y'all don't know. I done went back and forth with her a few times about this stuff.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
we're gonna talk about all of that. She mentioned the abortion law and stuff. We're gonna save those for like future shows.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot to talk about. That's a whole nother show, the abortion law and everything.
Yeah, we got a nice little lineup.
Oh yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a special specifically on how I feel about the New World Order and the government and the military and the takeover of the entire planet. Because 10 years ago, it was just a conspiracy. It was just videos on YouTube. It was just documents on Google. It was just all hearsay. But here we are today, and it's real. It's been real, but people just fail to realize it.
Oh yeah, me and my
been
daddy talk
brainwashed.
about that all the time.
Been brainwashed. Every country tells, every government tells their citizens that they're the best, just like America do. It's just all brainwashing, man. Period. When I was in school, like I said before, you know, they'll convince you that every other country is bad and America is the best place to be. You don't want to go nowhere else. They tell you that all the time, man. Like, it's a dirty situation, man. It really is. And on an international level, it's scary. When I watch the news, I don't really watch about local and national. I do pay attention to what's going on internationally, though, because we've been in a messy situation since like 2002, right after the 9/11 attack in 2001. Ever since they invaded Iraq and Afghanistan. And they've killed Muammar Gaddafi, and they've killed Saddam Hussein and supposedly Osama bin Laden. These people that at one point had connections with the U.S. government, but then somehow turned rogue.
The U.S. probably wasn't living up to their bargain. It's always some type of salt in the game.
It's the money. It's the money.
And the
Muammar
other reason
Gaddafi.
we was...
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say Muammar Gaddafi went against the U.S. dollar. That's what caused his death. Actually, I don't know if you know about that. He said that he was going to start trading oil and everything else in gold dinar, which is gold, pure gold. Where is the most gold at in the world? Africa. He had all of these heads of states meet up at a round table and agree with him that they cool with that new style of currency using gold. That was waging war against the Americans. Because before then, everything was traded in that region in the U.S. dollar. Little do people know.
This is like when we invaded Iraq or Afghanistan, one of them countries, only for the oil. Like, we can't get oil nowhere else. You had to go invade them.
It wasn't to take their oil and use it for us. It was to take control of how that oil is sold and bought. It's all about money. We want you to sell your oil this way using our currency because we have the most powerful currency in the world. So when they trading with other countries that deal with the U.S., then they have to deal with the U.S. dollar. If you go against the U.S. dollar, you asking for war with the United States. Think about it. If you have, say if you, I hate to use this analogy, but say you were just a businessman in general, and you have certain clients, so you always expecting a certain income based on your clientele. If somebody from that list decides to pull away, then there goes a good portion of your money. How do you stop that? You try to persuade them, you try to give them what they want, whatever. If that doesn't work, then what happens? All that money means something. You know what I'm saying? All this great technology we got over here, all this money that's coming in the country, if you start taking huge chunks of that, when you have an entire nation saying, we're not going to deal with your monetary system anymore, then they're like, oh, well, we're going to come get you out of there, and that's what they call a regime change. And they place a puppet in place that's going to abide by the international laws that was in place by NATO and the United Nations, which is ran by the American government and the Europeans, mainly the American government. We spend, every military in the world, if you can combine what they spend on their military, we spend that on one army, on one military.
Yana said people always talking down on my country, but stay they musty ass here. So basically,
No, it's not the
people who
country
live in
itself.
this country stay talking down on America, but they don't go anywhere else.
It's not even like, it's not that you hate your next door neighbor. So you know what I'm saying?
Hey, don't you relay no more messages from Yana till she get on the game.
Right, she need to be in this, because I don't want it, like, she need to be in this conversation, like, in the party.
Thanks for the donation, man.
Because I got to read it back, so people can hear, like, what people are responding to and saying. But y'all need to be in this conversation.
No, I feel where she coming from, man, but that's funny to me, though. She's like, why y'all still here? Whoa. No, listen, it's not like we hate the streets and the stoplights, man. It's not like we hate any of that. It's not even hate towards the government. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that the people in charge are corrupt.
Come on, Pooh Bear. Bring that ass here.
Bush was proven to be corrupt. Trump was proven to be corrupt. Reagan was proven to be corrupt.
I think
Nixon
every president
was
corrupt. A few was proven to be corrupt. Every single president. If you on the side of the government, it's like you're bound to be like corrupted. They have their ways.
I'm not saying that all these countries are right and we just completely wrong, but sometimes that's all they need is a little bit of something to take it and run with it.
Hey, Yana. Welcome.
Make sure your voice is shared, Pooh Bear.
Hey,
yeah, make sure your voice shared.
Make sure your voice is shared.
For the party segment.
You should have been in here, Yana. You got me reading your messages back and everything.
I was reading her comments on your screen.
Y'all motherfuckers is nuts. Y'all better stop talking about my motherfucking stuff shit.
Oh crap! I got kicked because I was idle.
Motherfucking somewhat free.
Ain't shit free here. What's free? Air ain't even free.
In a bag of chips.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna get so much backlash for talking down, so to speak, on the U.S. in our comments. But
we might have to delete this video after the stream.
I ain't deleting nothing.
Look,
the FBI gonna be at our door tomorrow.
Right, if y'all don't hear from me tomorrow, you know what happened.
Yep, sissy, call my mama. Hell, we can't even say that because hell, all us gonna go missing.
And you know, YouTube, they already on the side of the government. Like YouTube, they have their ways of tracking and keywords and stuff like that.
Let me see if I can rejoin that invite you sent me in.
What's crazy though is like when I don't get like I'm looking at the stream on YouTube and there's certain stuff that Yana typed in like in regards to the KKK and certain stuff, it will pop up on my chat on the PlayStation, but it won't come up on YouTube.
That's weird.
I wonder if like YouTube like blocks certain.
Yeah, they censor on certain things. Yeah. Oh yeah. They said they was gonna do that a long time ago. Oh, everything is being recorded and saved in the clouds. Everything. That's what
Either that or I'm just typing too fast and it's not catching all of it. Cause I was in there typing fast.
No, I see it on the PlayStation. Like it comes up on the PlayStation. Like I see it on that screen.
Oh yeah, it be like that too. Cause like when Trey and Sammy be going live, they be doing that shit too on their shit.
Oh, for real.
Or to just skip around.
I'm not seeing certain stuff on the YouTube, but it's coming up on the PS4.
You want to invite to the session, Pooh Bear?
I don't got on no suit or nothing. But y'all got
you don't need no suit
on. All the way dressed to impress you, Nick.
Pretty much.
They said you got your church suit on next.
That's
Said that, didn't he?
outfit.
Yeah, he got his church suit on, preaching.
This man got on a 12-piece suit.
RJ said you're a very wise man next.
Tell him thanks, I appreciate that. Shout him up, what's going on?
Can I get an invite to the office, please?
I got you.
Yana said she ain't got on no suit or nothing. I'm so sweet.
Don't nobody here got a suit on but next.
Mm-hmm. Sunday's best.
I like my suit.
Hey, how are you?
Are you in Oregon for a football camp? That's what's up,
Yana,
bro.
what's the movie trailer you said, LaQuisha?
So it's a movie about this white man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to be, or he likes to do like, a radio personality. But he was, I guess he like tried out for it or whatever, sent his like recordings in, and they didn't give him the job. So he was playing as like a black girl named LaQuisha, changed his whole voice up, whole little slang. But if you look at it, to me, some people was like, oh, it's funny, da-da-da-da. But to me, I kind of got offended because I was like, dang, that's how you kind of like. It was like, hey, y'all, this your girl LaQuisha, but it didn't even sound nothing like a female. It sounded like or something. No,
So he was in blackface?
He wasn't even in blackface. He was like just talking like through like a podcast.
Oh, okay.
And like he was using like slang, kind of talking like a ghetto type of way or whatever. It was kind of weird.
That's like that boy, Landon Romano on Instagram. I follow him. The white boy. He goes wearing the mismatching shoes. His videos
the one that
he reminds me of like my
V.
What's her name? V. Yeah. Like I'm like that's too much of her like style.
It's exactly what she does.
Yeah. Same everything. Even the voice sounds the same. Like stuff that she would say.
The way he walked. Everything.
I don't know. But that's all I got to say too, sister.
Too much going on. Our next topic is gonna have to be something like uplifting and brightening, cause like the 4-year-old and a Texas woman being killed and the government. That's one reason why I don't even watch cable TV. Like I see these videos online, some of them I don't even press play. Like I don't like to. I know it goes on and stuff like that, but all it does to me, like when watching it, it just fucks my mind up for real. Like, cause knowing I can't do anything about it, and like it just messes with my mind. Like the whole like kids getting killed and stuff like that. I try not to watch stuff like that. Not saying I'm trying to ignore it, but.
That's just like that premiere, right?
Rappers getting shot at.
Like NBA Youngboy.
So like the past week, a rapper one died.
Oh yeah, the rapper's been going through it, yo. Yo Gotti tour bus got shot up. NBA Youngboy went to jail. His girlfriend got shot.
Offset.
Glock went to jail. Offset got shot up. Yeah. Oh yeah, they've been going through it, man. Kodak Black arrested again, but that's his fault though. He gonna go down.
Kodak just a big dummy. He just don't know what to say and when to say it and how to say it and what to do. But he
always geeking.
He young and dumb.
I'm glad y'all brought up Kodak Blackie, right? All right. How do y'all feel about what he said about Lauren London? Do y'all think he was offensive or it was the wrong time, wrong place?
That was like the same day. Like, that's so rude. Disrespect.
I think it was the wrong
time. First of all, it shows his, wrong timing.
His intentions were definitely not what people made it seem like. He was definitely trying to how many guys you know that aren't probably thinking the same thing? They just know not to say it right there and then.
Yeah, he just young and dumb. That's all it is.
Yeah, dumb as hell. He's so annoying. He looks stank. Like he looks stank.
Like I can't look at him for more than 5 seconds.
I can't even give you 5. He got 1 second, and I'm like my skin is crawling.
He's scary to me. Like he scares me. Like he got evil.
What they was doing, I think they was.
Yana, you going in and out.
Got like.
I thought that was me again.
Yeah, Yana, your microphone cutting in and out.
Next came in all late saying the same thing. Yeah.
I don't think it was like that shit that made it.
They're still doing it.
Huh?
You just don't got no respect.
Yana, did someone boot you offline recently?
Yeah, I can't say the name online.
Oh, okay. That's probably why it's doing that.
Well, you better get on the hospital, my man.
But yeah, he just like that video. It was some video of him and I guess his girlfriend or whatever, and he had on a shirt, and I was just like, boy, go wash something. You just look like you rotten or something. Like, ugh.
Yeah, he creeps me out.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that be getting? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I feel like if I look at him too long, whatever's in him is gonna come into me. I'm like, oh no.
Really?
He just looks so evil. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that gets Cynthia vibes from Rugrats when you see him, like the dog, like or Reptar?
Oh,
I
man.
feel it better.
Nah.
I don't know what them shits are in his head.
Like,
I would be scared to touch that. It looked like
he needs to
rough.
reevaluate himself or something. I don't know what to call it, but like he just.
Or whomever's in his camp needs to sit him down and have a heart-to-heart, because the way he going ain't the right way.
They all living the same lifestyle.
They like that shit though.
They like it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
they encouraging him.
That's what makes the money.
Exactly, and money. Sadly, money is power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He the breadwinner. So if he say fuck such and such, they gonna be like, yeah, fuck such and such. He got a bunch of yes men around. He don't got no real friends. Somebody really cared about him, they would tell him like, yo, bro, don't do that. Don't say that, bro. Don't go live and do that, bro.
Snap.
Yeah.
They did, but the people started taking it too far. Like taking his stuff down at the museum, saying he's gonna beat his ass. It's just extra.
They was feeling real emotional at that time.
Yeah,
so
it stopped being about Nipsey.
Yeah.
No, that's what it was all about.
Started, and then Buddy made a whole track on him, so it was like, oh, you just doing this shit for attention.
You talking about Kodak? Talking about T.I.?
T.I. made a track to Kodak.
Really? Wait, it was a response to Kodak, right? Because Kodak did his first.
T.I. did his first.
T.I. also said though that he was going so hard on Kodak because he see himself in Kodak and he respect him as a rapper, and he said if you was to pass away today, nigga, we'll do the same for you. And he said, and if I pass away, I will hope that y'all would do the same for me. This Nipsey movement and what he stood for was way deeper than what Kodak's camp is realizing. You know what I'm saying? That shook the whole community in every city and state.
But yeah, Kodak said that, but like after the second day, we was like, okay, whatever. He's just young and dumb.
And but every now and then, we can't keep just brushing stupidity up on the road. Right. Somebody has to step in and counteract it. But
I mean, that's what I'm saying. But they didn't really counteract it. They just kind of like started extra shit. Like he just sat down and was like, "Oh, this is bad." Da da da. They started taking his shit down. They started making rap disses. The game was like, "I'm finna go down there and beat his ass." Even though the game ain't about that life. It was like extra as hell.
Really not. He's not about that.
He not.
But at the same time, though, he knew Nipsey.
And then you had the game making that long ass fucking paragraph talking about my son looked me in my eyes, talking about I don't want to celebrate my birthday.
Shut up, Yana.
I was like, this nigga on here lying like shit. Your son did not say that. It's like too extra. It's like they was using his name for clout.
Yeah, a lot of people were doing that. Yana Coyle said, "What's up?"
Hey, fathead.
But what I was about to say is that did Kodak apologize about what he said like right after?
He did, but it wasn't genuine.
It wasn't genuine.
You could tell that shit wasn't genuine.
He apologized because he seen how people was taking his shit down and all that. If the people would never did all that, he would never apologize. It was affecting his money. If it never affected his money, he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he felt like he was obligated to apologize. That shit went from the heart.
So y'all really think he said that out of like no respect for Nipsey at all? Or
He said, man,
and not just because he wasn't thinking and he was just young and dumb.
He like, rest in peace to dude, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to dude. Like, you gotta put some respect in it.
Okay, but time's out. Look, if he ain't know Nipsey, he might not even been a fan of Nipsey. So he might not even known of Nipsey like that. I know people who didn't even know Nipsey like that. So they not supposed to go out their way just because everybody else feels some type of way. You know what I'm saying? It's like Blueface. Like Blueface said, yeah, I say R.I.P. But like I'm not gonna dick like or nothing.
But it's like if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing at all.
Like, so it's just a time that he should have just kept his mouth shut and like kept his thoughts to himself. Because I'm pretty sure, like I said, there was probably other guys thinking the same thing. Like, who doesn't have a crush on Lauren London? Who hasn't? What guy hasn't had a crush on Lauren London? Like, they're probably thinking the same thing. I'm gonna give it some time and joking around, but he just said it. Like, and
he's just young and dumb. That's all it is.
Yeah, he's young and I'm sure he ain't gonna make the same mistake again.
You need to be checked though. Everything he's been doing has been dumb.
I don't know a lot of clout on that. He got a lot of attention.
Why you think that video went up of him saying that? He ain't have to post that. He ain't have to say it on live. He knew that he was gonna get that attention. He ain't stupid.
He ain't really posted. He's started with it, but they didn't have to screen record him saying it and keep reposting it.
So right after,
if it was so bad, they should have just left it alone.
Yeah.
Instead of keep reposting
story
it.
now with Kodak. Y'all know the little boy who got killed from the last school shooting from, trying to take down the gunman. So he went out and reached out to the family. Kodak reached out to the family and said that he was willing to pay for the funeral and everything like that. Which was so random to me, like Kodak and this school shooting. So yeah, I think he was doing that to make up for all the backlash he was getting from a few weeks ago.
He said on his Instagram, he was like, man, maybe I'm gonna start, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna try to do this, whatever, and maybe she'll like me or something, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to reach out and, drop knowledge. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He clout chasing himself.
Yeah, I mean, you know what made me think
I think he did it complain I think he did it for clout, but I'm not finna complain if he finna pay for somebody's funeral. Shit,
But he reached out to the parents like immediately after. What parent is even thinking about funeral costs after your kid just got killed from a school shooting? Like, I think that was also done at the wrong time too. Like, because he tried to clean up so fast and he tried to use that as damage control so quick, and they didn't even respond to him. Like, well, at least I know they didn't respond to him right away. But it was too soon for him to reach out to the parents and say, "I'm gonna pay for your son's funeral costs." Like, their son just got killed, like, by a gunman, like, yesterday. So that was something else that just was at the wrong timing. He just making himself in, like, bigger holes. But he's young. I think he's just making mistakes. I don't think he's doing these things intentionally, knowing what he's doing and how he's making people feel. He's gonna grow up, but he's still
and
ugly
whoever
to
on
me.
his team need to stop recording him and start
Yeah.
taking his phones.
He need to be low key.
He needs to be like CIA, FBI classified type low key.
Like,
This ain't it. But speaking of Nipsey, okay, may he rest in peace. Okay, but have y'all heard about the custodial dispute that's going on now between his sister trying to get custody of Imani? What y'all think about that?
so I didn't think it was like a dispute, like a fight. I thought that since he was the one that was the like primary like guardian of her, and he's gone, and she's been around this little girl all her life, like why not continue taking the responsibility? I didn't think they were fighting against who should have the daughter or not.
The reason I said it was a dispute is because CPS, or I don't know what they call it in Cali, but CPS is trying to step in because they feel like nobody has the child's
Best interest.
yeah. So they want to take her until everything is settled. But I've been lurking, doing my little research on Instagram or whatever. And her mama, like, I was reading the comments. I don't know how true this is, whatever. But it was like she ain't got custody of none of her kids. Her and Nipsey was always into it. And before, and I got a screenshot of what was said on her Facebook. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read it to you. Give me 1 second, girls and boys. Hold on. But I just think CPS shouldn't even get involved. I know it's like a precautionary, but okay. So back in 2013, she was like, I just had a bad dream about my child's father. Some people beat him up bad at a store, and I saved him, but they got him again. Shit had me almost in tears. I wonder what that means.
She said that online?
Yeah, that was back in 2013. Imani mama said that.
Damn.
So did she predict that he was in the past, or?
So has this woman been trying to gain custody of her kid from him, or was it just like an agreement, like she's gonna stay with her father?
I don't know.
Has she been fighting with her?
They said she's unstable. That's what I was getting from the comments and stuff.
I think his sister would have wanted if she just didn't. I think because she did it behind her back without the mom's permission. So if she would have got the mom's permission, then she probably would have been able to get custody of her. But since she didn't get the mom's permission, it was kind of like.
But the mama ain't even trying to fight it though. When I had read again, there was like, it has not been no type of contact on her end as of yet. I don't know if that means she ain't gonna say anything or she just don't care.
So maybe it's just like a legal matter, like this is what they have to do, because if her mom doesn't care and her father has passed away, like they can't just give this child up to just anybody who says I'm going to take care of her and trust them. Like it's probably just a process that they have to go through. If it was like the mom saying I'm responsible for my kid now, then that's a different story. But I guess it won't be hard for her to get custody of her niece, because like she's been in her life since then. If they've never had no records or no negative like issues going on, then it shouldn't be a problem. But I think it's probably like a legal thing that they have to do, since both the parents are not in this child's life.
Oh, okay.
And maybe she'll end up making Lauren London the guardian.
That's what I was gonna say. Lauren should try to get her.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were living together.
One thing that I don't like that was going on was like they was trying to put her mother and Lauren against each other. Like you can't compare apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Like I don't get it. But it's not that just because I'm a fan of Lawrence. I just don't know the backstory and I see how, you know, he felt about her or saw how he treated her. So, I don't know.
That was his queen.
It was. But every time in the comments somewhere, they always trying to compare the two. And I don't see how.
That's the media and people always trying to start drama.
Mhm. Ratings, views, and likes. I'm telling you.
And they just be doing his baby mama just there. I'm like, oh, all right. But I don't know. I just hope they all work it out for E-Money's sake.
Most likely they will. They'll work it out. It's not like it's any financial instability. It's just, like they said, it's just a matter of who has the child's best interest at hand.
Mhm. I like our little talk show. Yes.
I know, right? We had some good conversations tonight.
Even though, you know, I was absent for like a whole hour of it, but it's okay.
Yeah, that's wild. Y'all got to keep going through that, man. They need to chill out on that.
It's right.
Like, I don't understand. Every time I ask, no, I ain't me.
Yeah, but you already got the proof that it is. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
it could be stopped. I've stopped it happening to me before. Somebody kept doing that to me, and, you know, I don't care if people say, oh, you snitch with a woo. I called Sony. And I'm like, what can you do about these type of situations? And they said, well, if you were in a party, then all we just need is the time and the PSN. And if you was on a video game, then tell us what video game and what time and the PSN, and they will get banned. It takes 5 to 7 business days for them to go back and listen to the audio recording. That shit really works. We had somebody in our crew. Hey, but at the end of the day, we bought the video game to be entertained, not for somebody to harass us. We didn't think, oh, let me buy this PlayStation 4 so I can get booted, no. I want to get the PlayStation 4 so I can be entertained. This is my entertainment. This is my hobby.
For that, doing the booting and all of that.
Yeah. And get their rocks off, you know?
Feel like they somebody, they got control, they got power. I literally went through that twice today, but the second time, well, I ain't gonna say twice, the second time I stopped it, we was in the lobby and dudes reading off people's states and who lives here, who lives there, and this is your IP address, I'm about to boot you, bye-bye, and all this, and I'm like, I pull up my mic up like, dude, just play the game, man. I'm like, what, you want to be in the lobby by yourself? Go to an invite only, man. I'm like, you in a public lobby talking about booting everybody, that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, folks just
I talked him out of it. He ended up just playing and going to his party, and everybody just continued to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, it's ridiculous, yo. Fucking ridiculous, man. It's out of control, man. With the PlayStation 5, they won't be able to do that, or the new Xbox. So, can't wait till that shit comes out.
Alright, y'all, so I will be ending my stream. And I had a great talk tonight.
Yeah.
On the RoundTable talk on GTA.
Yes, ma'am. Most definitely.
Shout out to everyone who tuned in and all the hosts and everyone's like open mind and opinion. That's what I like about this group right here. We all have an open mind and our own opinion on stuff, even if we don't agree.
Yep.
Yep.
Talk definitely. That stuff.
Hey, JW.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop on Red Dead.
I'm gonna get on Rainbow. Sis, you up for some Rainbow?
Yes, ma'am, because I can't get no frats, so bump it.
I'm finna sing you the frats, sis. Give me a second.
It's not that I wasn't able to find them, child. I done sent like 12, 13 messages. And I can't do Zen, I can't do AO, I can't do MOB, I can't do AOF.
Oh, it's fine. I got you. Just chill. I got you, girl.
And I've DM'd others. It's for